Hello and welcome to another Isadora video tutorial. My name is Sam Meach and this session is looking at video mixing. Essentially I'm going to be building a super simple VJing interface. There are loads of great VJing softwares out there. Some of them cost a bob or two, but I think there's value in building your own, and Isadora is a great tool for doing that. What we're going to build in this session is by no means the fanciest or best VJing interface, but it's going to be the simplest way to give you an introduction to video mixing. And I'm hoping that by understanding the principles of this, you can expand upon it, you can tweak it, you can make it completely different, make it this beautiful machine that reflects how you want to work with video. But hopefully this is the beginning of all that. I'm going to break it down into three broad components that I think a VJing interface needs. So the first one is the media, how you get media in and how you select it. The second one is the effects, how you treat that media, how you layer those effects, and how you tweak how those effects are applied. And the final aspect is the mixing. So how do you mix multiple chains of video and effects and choose between them? And that's about it. We're going to keep it pretty simple. It should take about 10 minutes. So let's dive in. Okay, so let's jump in and get some media. Now, working with video is a bit like cooking. A soup is only going to be as good as your ingredients. So really take care to collect your movies and make your own. As for me, I'm just sort of stuck with whatever's on my hard drive. So let's bring in some stuff. Here we go, the good old fireworks, and I've got some butterflies in there as well. So again, when we bring media into Isadora, it goes into the library and we can see it gets assigned a number. So that's really useful and important in terms of accessing different videos. So I'm just going to drag a movie player and projector out here already. And we can see by default the movie player loops the video. So this is very good for working with short clips. I can change the movie. Get my stage up, that'd be a start. I can change the movie just by clicking in the movie option and pressing a different number. So you can see, I'm just going to put the volume down. We've got a quick way to select and switch between movies. Let's start with a bit of Muybridge. So in a sense we've got the basic patch already, but let's add some effects in. So I'm going to give this a time-based effect and a graphic effect. So the time-based effect I'm going to give this one is slit scan, and if I plug this in as it is, we can see that it looks very different. It's extrapolating from the middle. But I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to add a dots actor as well. So I'm going to daisy chain these. So out of the slit scan into the dots, out the dots into the projector. So if I turn these off by switching the bypass on, you can see the effect each is having. And each of these has its own set of parameters. So we can tweak these effects as we're going. So that's fine. I've got kind of one video stream up and running. What I'm going to do is just select all of that and copy and paste it. And you know what? I'm going to get rid of these actors. I'm going to have some different effects for the second stream. Let's go for, again, let's go for a threshold. So this is let's say an image based effect. So this is just going to let me change the color, and let's have a shimmer. So this is a time based effect. So at the minute these are over the top of each other, and I can in a sense switch between by turning the projector of the first one off. I could mix the intensity of each of these like that. That would be one way. That would be fine. It's whatever works for you. I'm just going to switch that first one off, so again you can see perhaps what the shimmer's doing, what the threshold is doing to that second feed. And again, these movie players are both playing the Muybridge. You know, in theory wouldn't be mixing between the same clip, but would be mixing between different clips. So here's some fireworks. So we've got a way to select our media, the movie players. We've got some effects that we've got daisy chained, but we need a little mixer at the end. So I'm going to get rid of one of these projectors, and I'm going to add a mixer. So what have we got here? Hang on. It'd be better if I can find it. So down at the bottom we've got a video mixer. Take note, there's also the effect mixer. I might show you that in a second. But let's look at a very simple way to mix these effects. So the video mixer essentially combines two feeds and outputs one, but it gives you this option here to select the mix amount. So when the mix amount is at 0, it shows you video 1. When it's at 100, goes to video 2. So this is a very quick way to mix between the feeds. So it means I can leave my fireworks on for a little bit. Meanwhile, I'm going to cue up the butterflies over here. Take the select scan out of the equation, and then I can mix in some butterflies. There we go. So that's broadly the basics, and you can expand on that and make it extremely detailed and complex. But it's about making something that A, looks good to you, B, you feel comfortable performing with, and you might want to, you know, this is just one scene. I could build several different mixes in several different scenes. I'll just show you this effect mixer as an option as well. So the effect mixer it allows you to blend images in different ways. So like the video mixer, it's got two inputs in and one input out. It doesn't have a mix between, but it has blending modes. So the images will be combined in different ways. So you can see here, why am I moving this around? The mode is set to add over, it can be subtractive. I can move between these blending modes, and each one gives me a different effect based on the colors of the image. So again, that's down to your aesthetics, it's down to what works for you in terms of the context of performance. But hopefully you can see that's all it is. It's taking a couple of different media sources, putting it through a daisy chain of effects, and then giving it a way to select between those sources. As I say, I'm going to expand on this in another video looking at the control panel. That's where we can really think about how we change those parameters quickly. But I hope that's been useful for now.